Good evening, everybody. It's time for the TrickTrades video watch list for July 5th. Tomorrow's a holiday, which is July 4th. I'm making this on the 3rd. I've kind of finished up my watch list here because it really hasn't changed too much from today's. There's going to be quite a few similar plays going on. So we'll start with Fred because I've got it pulled up on the monthly chart here. This has where it closed the day. It's on a lot of support on the monthly. I'll switch back over to the daily now though. Um, so it's had some really big days to the downside, um, especially today. Today was a huge downside day. That's a big day for this. So it's just going to be on watch. There is a bounce pending, but we'll see. I mean, this is never good when it starts doing this. I mean, there could definitely be some more unwind. So okay, now we'll just get into the regulars here. MSDI. It also is starting to gap up. I believe it's at 146 after hours. This chart doesn't like um, day two continuations. Although it closed strong, it depends on what's going to happen pre-market now. Now, if this gaps up like crazy into the 180 range, it'll die. However, if it doesn't, if it stays, let's say in the 146 to 160 level, we could get a continuation. Either way, I think there's going to be a quick pop in the morning and then some sell-off. But we'll have to see what happens on it. It did close above the 200 SMA, which is bullish. It's a downtrending stock, and you always short those pops, right? But it doesn't have that big top tail like most of the other green days have. So this is a little different. The news is actually really good. So we'll see what happens. SPEX, we had a gap up, a pop, and then it kind of rolled over. I caught this short for some really nice gains. I think there's going to be some more pump to it. They're really trying to pump this up. They held this 3 level basically all day, and you could tell it was manipulated. And because there was no reason for it to get those dips to get bought back up. It definitely wasn't dip buyers. So we'll see what happens with it. I think they're going to want higher. I think it's going to be a green day come Monday, or Wednesday. Cala, this had a green day. I shorted basically the top there today and caught it down. Um, it was a really good day on it. Um, I missed it to the long side, and the better play would have been to the long side, but I missed it. I didn't get a fill in the morning after I tried a short. I didn't get a fill, and but I did catch the top and shorted it. So I mean, I was happy with that. So we'll be watching this. There's tons of range in this stock right now, and that's what you want. RSO, this started popping off here towards the end of the day. This is the 1 minute chart. It's low on volume, granted, but volume can come in on this. I've been watching this one for quite a while, looking for the gap fill breakout, and I missed it. It started now, so I'm looking for a wash to the 48 or 43 level, and then a bounce and continue higher. CBI, I believe there's going to be some more unwind on it. I will be watching this. The only thing that kind of sucks is that the 9 EMA is pretty close right now. So there's about 50 cents of downside on it as it stands. But if it can break this 9 EMA, I mean we're looking at some really nice downside to it. So at least to this level here in the 16s, 17. OMNT, this was on my watch list short today. I missed it. It would have been a beautiful play if you look, because I usually get in at the market open on shorts and ride them basically all day. You know, there is 2 points of play on this, and yeah, the volume's light, but I mean, who cares? You know, you just position size accordingly. I mean, you take a couple hundred shares, a few hundred shares, it's $600. Don't be afraid of a little bit lower volume, guys. Just share size accordingly. Fred, I already went over. OXPA, OPXA gapped way up, and it actually held some gains today. It gave back most of them, but I mean that's to be expected. So we're gonna have to see what happens. It couldn't close over the 200 SMA, which is weak. It couldn't close over the pre-market highs at this purple line of 120. We'll see what happens with it. CNAT, like I've said before on this, green day, red day, green day, red day, green day, yeah, potential red day, right? So in order for me to go long on this, it would have to break this level. It would have to break highs and then potential squeeze on it. If it can't get over those highs, it'll most likely die off. We'll see what happens with this. It looks like it's starting to form a head and shoulders, right? So we're starting to get into that topish area where it does like to pull back. So we'll see. I'm kind of more short on this one, but we'll see how it reacts if it dips into the 6th level. AVEO is starting to pull this pennant. So basically, long or short, I'm watching it. So we'll see what happens. Wednesday should be the determining day of whether it wants to break out or break down, and I'll be there to catch it. I will be watching this one really hard come the market open. VRX, we all know why I watch it. For people that are in the room, I love VRX. There's usually quite a bit of range. It's kind of just been kind of consolidating, dying off a little bit, and you know, just kind of hanging out in this 17 level. So we'll see what happens. It did break the 17 level today. It's definitely looking like it wants to downtrend. If we can kind of break this area in here, if we break this neckline right here at like the 1660s, it's definitely going to die off and probably end up filling this gap here. AMD, I was actually expecting a bounce today. It didn't, and I did say, however, if it didn't bounce, we're looking to get it to the 50 simple moving average. We'll see what happens with it. JD, this is a stock that I've been tracking lately. Tons of range on it. There is a play a day, long or short. And if you see, it's kind of triple bottomed here. Should mark that out. And I want to change that while I'm here. So we'll see if we get a bounce or if it breaks down. If it breaks down, this can really drop and start filling some gap here, and you know, there's lots of room for this to go down. So I'll be watching this one very hard as well. I'm gonna flag that. There we go. Last but not least, APTO. This one does not like to give multiple big green days. The price action definitely sped up today, so to me it's a short. But junk's flying right now. It is lifting off the bottom here, so we'll see what happens. But that's it, folks. I'm really wanting to really stick with my watch list. The only way I'll take a trade is if a complete piece of shit is gapping up on fluff news, and it's gapping up with volume and gapping up about 40-50%. I will take that over anything else that's on my watch list because that's almost a gimme. So that being said, I hope everyone has a safe and happy July 4th, and we will catch you live first thing in the morning in TrickTrades chat room with screen share with trade ideas on Wednesday. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.